Hello, everybody. I am excited to have you here. I am sorry, but Pat is not able to be here. She had a family emergency. So we are here, and I know a lot of you were not able to get on because Pat had the link and we weren't able to get it done in time. But I do have Beth with us from Star Clippers, and I'm going to have her explain to you exactly what this product is about. It's a beautiful way to sail, and it's just totally different than what you're used to. So I will turn it over to Beth.
Great. Thank you, Monique. And certainly our best goes out to Pat. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I am Beth with Star Clippers, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to an authentic sailing experience. As you look at this image, I'd like you to imagine yourself on the teak deck of a timelessly elegant clipper ship. A warm breeze is blowing softly. And in the background, Vangelis 1492, Conquest of Paradise, is playing as the captain and his crew unfurl 54,000 square feet of sail above you. You begin to tingle from head to toe. And as you sail into the sunset onto tomorrow's next hidden cove, you sigh when you realize this is the most incredible experience you've ever had. Now, won't you join me on board for the next 30 seconds? So what makes a Star Clippers vacation so uniquely different and completely unrivaled? It's because we're authentic sailing. What does that mean? We're not a typical cruise. Our ships are near replicas of clipper ships from that golden age of sailing in the early 1900s that have sails, and so your journey is actual sailing, not motor. So a very brand new experience for most everyone. Personally, I'll share with you, I'm with my 8th year with Star Clippers. I did not grow up as a sailor on the water, didn't know anything about clipper ships. I have personally found my bliss. And so I hope some of that passion and quite a bit of information will be enjoyed this afternoon. We've actually built our itineraries on the wind charts so that 70 to 90% of the time on average, we are sailing. In order to stay on schedule, we certainly have a motor that will allow us to stay on schedule and get to each port on the itinerary on time. And just so you know, you don't have to have all the sails up. You have to have the right sails to capture that wind to be considered sailing. But what a glorious view. We build our itineraries very uniquely, a combination of, I would say, those bucket list destinations around the globe and uniquely off the beaten path hidden gems that you didn't know about. I'll describe the ship size in just a moment, but we are considered a small ship experience, and that allows us to go into these hidden coves, such as you see here in Milos, Greece, uncrowded locations, beautiful beaches, and places where the big ships cannot go. So you've got itineraries that allow you to see more of a destination than simply hopscotching through various countries on the big ships, maybe one port of call per country. We have a very personalized, friendly staff on board, almost a 2-to-1 guest to staff ratio. We're casual and relaxed on board. So during the day, wherever you are, the appropriate attire is perfect, whether it's a beach day, whether you're going on a shore excursion, whether you're going to roam that location on your own. And then in the evening, no jackets and ties are ever required. Our chefs are Michelin trained, so you will dine very, very well on board. If you will, think of Star Clippers as an intimate, private yacht-like experience that's casual and relaxed. These ships that have modern accommodations and amenities. So really like a private yacht. And let me share a little bit about the size of the ships and the actual sailing experience on board. Our ships are actually, we have 3 of them in the fleet. the flagship Royal Clipper, is a football field and a half long, so probably much larger than you might have expected. So spacious, but only 227 guests on board. Our other two ships, Star Flyer and Star Clipper, are a football field long, and I'm including the end zones, but only 166 guests on those two ships. Unlike a typical cruise ship, which has a shallow hull and those ships sit on top of the water, we're actually built as a sailing vessel, which means that we have a draft. We sit about 18.5 feet deep in the water, and the movement of the ship is cutting through and moving forward through the water versus bouncing around on top of the water. Think of it, the movement of the ship as if you were sitting in a rocking chair, that very beautiful, soothing backward and forward movement. That's what you can expect on board. With no casino on board, we actually are able to hug coastlines because we don't have to be in international waters. And again, a very smooth type of ride on board. Now, I will share this little insider tip. I personally feel motion, and perhaps some of you have that knowledge of your own being, or perhaps are a little nervous that you might be. Just as Pat and Monique would share with you, if you were on a big cruise ship, medium cruise ship, if you were on a motor coach ride, come prepared. And you have two experts that will be happy to share with you what they are prepared with or advise their travelers to be prepared for. And I guarantee you, you will love this authentic sailing experience. So smooth sailing, folks. Let's take a glimpse of life on board. We have what you call an open bridge policy. And what that means is you're able to take advantage of unique sailing experiences should you desire them. For example, we schedule midship mast climbs. For those of you that would like to have a view from 100 feet in the crow's nest, 100 feet off the top deck of the ship, it's quite incredible. I like to watch. I'm a little afraid of heights personally, but it's so much fun to watch and take pictures, and I've got many, many of them. You can also hang out in the bowsprit netting. This is the netting at the front of the ship, and that's why I've got dual pictures here. But it is an opportunity to, again, get a different view and a different experience while you're on board the ship. We may have things like knot tying classes, maybe an engine tour, maybe a captain's talk. A variety of unique sailing activities will be scheduled. You're also welcome to help us do fun things like help set the sails and sail away, perhaps ask to take the helm, or again, just simply watch. Certainly not required, but great fun to watch and enjoy or participate. And just from views of the ship, we have swimming pools on board. This is the midship swimming pool on one of the three ships. There's gathering places both on the interior and exterior of the ship for friends to enjoy. And included in Star Clipper's pricing are complimentary water sports, such as kayaking, snorkeling, paddleboarding, some sailboating and windsurfing, and sometimes even water skiing. And we have an open seating dining policy. One of the things that I thoroughly enjoy about Star Clippers is that on all three ships, the dining room holds the entire complement of guests on board. That means you can come in between 7:30 and 10 o'clock, for example, for dinner and dine with whom you want, when you want, with no second dining, no rushed feeling. You can relax and enjoy, regale your day with the friends that you perhaps are traveling with or new ones that you've met on board. So again, an open seating dining policy, enjoyable. Sometimes we offer our luncheon buffets out on deck in the tropical bar. I thought I'd share this view with you. Quite expansive and fun. And entertainment on board is what we would call light entertainment. Oftentimes, we will do things like a guest and crew talent show, a fashion show. If we're late staying in port one evening, we may bring local entertainment to the ship. There'll certainly be music and dancing till wee hours of the night on every single night in the tropical bar. And we also have a fun night called White Night. And this is when we have a dance party up on the sun deck, the top deck of the ship, with the lights on and the beautiful colors reflecting on the sails. So come and prepare to join us and wear some white. No matter what you do, the whole idea is to relax and enjoy, personalize and make this your vacation experience, no matter what you do on board or on shore. I want to share a little bit about who sails with us today. Guests that sail with us are mobile, and it's not because they have to climb the midship mast as you see here. Mobility is required on our ships because we don't have elevators, and therefore you're moving throughout the ship via stairs. Also, as a sailing vessel, we can just drop anchor, and we carry our own small tender boats, which you can kind of see one underneath the writing in this particular image, where we can actually drop anchor and you go up and down a gangway against the side of the ship into the tender, and 5-10 minutes later, you're right in port, right at the main attractions. So mobility is key, but our guests are active, they're outgoing, they're social, and they're the ones that have adventure in their heart. So no matter what age you are, and we see the younger generation who makes this type of experience uniquely their own, to those that repeat with us many times and or are trying us for the first time in their boomer years, no matter what, it is adventure in your heart. So feel comfortable if you come and join us on board as a solo traveler or as part of a group, maybe couples, or maybe it's a family travel experience you'd like. Something we're extremely proud of, we know you're going to love Star Clippers, and over 60% of our guests do, and they repeat within the first year, over 60% of the time. So again, I think it's something you'll thoroughly enjoy. I'd like to introduce the ships to you. These are the sister ships, Star Clipper and Star Flyer. They are a football field long, and that is 36,000 square feet of sail. These ships are only 166 guests on board, and again, uniquely poised to be able to just go into those hidden coves. This is actually in Pyongyang Bay in Thailand, and as you can see, it's gorgeous sea and sky and those beautiful karsts around you with no lines or crowds and lots of other ships. So 83 cabins on board these two ships, which means 166 guests based on double occupancy. There's 2 swimming pools. This is the midship pool that you're seeing. I'm going to show you the tropical bar and the piano lounge in just a moment. And again, some of those interior spaces where you can enjoy the views of the sea. We're nautical style, color and feel, that glorious gleaming brass, teak decks, antique woodwork throughout, and those beautiful golds and yellows and rich blues. That is the base of the midship pool. So I'm going to chuckle here. I dare you to skinny dip. Your legs and everything else will show. But this is the interior of the piano lounge, and you can see the windows. So if you'd like to relax, be in a cool interior, and have a view of the sea, come relax with us there. The tropical bar is the outdoor area. It is the heartbeat of the ship. It's a gathering place. This is where you will be when you first board the ship. This is where you will gather to get off the ship for a shore excursion. This is where your entertainment will be in the evening, and our late afternoon mini buffets from 5 to 6 with the bar open and cocktails for purchase. My bar stool, by the way, is the third one on the right. And a variety of accommodations on board, anything from 1 owner suites to 8 deluxe ocean view cabins with full picture windows. And the bulk of the inventory on the ship is our ocean view. By the way, for any cruisers listening, ocean view on a sailing vessel is okay as a porthole, and that's what you will have. So we have triples and doubles in the ocean view accommodations, and we have just a few inside cabins as well. The flagship of our fleet, Royal Clipper. She's a beauty. You're going to know her because she's fully rigged 5-masted. The other 2 ships are 4-masted. She is 54,000 square feet of sail and a football field and a half long. She's more modern in style and feel. She has a 3-deck high atrium, of which you're seeing on the left. The skylight there is the base of the midship pool. Again, I dare you to skinny dip. But there's also 2 additional pools, 1 forward and 1 aft. And as you can see, it's very much a working ship. Beautiful piano lounge, again, the style and feel of nautical sailing vessels, view of the ocean, the tropical bar experience as well. and a variety of accommodations. The ship is a little larger, therefore she has 114 cabins on board, 2 owner suites. She has 14 deluxe suites that have a private veranda or balcony, which is on the top right. And the bulk of the inventory, again, is an ocean view with 2 portholes. We have just a handful of inside cabins, and we have 2 deluxe ocean view with full picture windows. Something to fit every budget is what I like to say, and the style in which you like to travel. I'd like to highlight some of the destinations that Star Clippers sails. I'm going to start at the top with the Western and Eastern Mediterranean because that's where all 3 ships are today. And that's because we sailed throughout the Mediterranean to these lovely listed destinations here between late April and late October. So you have a lot to choose from, and I'll highlight some of those destinations in just a few minutes. That means that the ships in the spring and the fall do transatlantic ocean crossings. Some of you might enjoy that because it's many, many days at sea and beautiful sky and sea all around you. Also, as we come into the Caribbean area and or Central America itineraries, we do several Panama Canal itineraries. So you'll find just a small handful either in November or in March. And then what you have is in the December through March timeframe, the ships are in more warm water destinations. You can see Central America, which is the Pacific coastal side. So we're on the Pacific Ocean side, featuring Costa Rica, Panama, and Nicaragua ports of call on several 7-night itineraries, again, December through March. And what we refer to as the Yachtsman Caribbean. So often people say to me, oh, Beth, I've done the Caribbean, been there, done that. But have you truly done the idyllic Caribbean? And I mean the Grenadines, the Windwards, the Treasure Islands, which are known as the British Virgin Islands, and the Leeward Islands. That too is from December through March. So we call it the Caribbean from a different perspective. And again, we think something for everyone. I'd like to highlight a couple of the Mediterranean itineraries first. We do beautiful Amalfi Coast and Sicily itineraries, round trip from Rome, including the Pontine Islands, which are right off the coast of Italy as well. Beautiful Sicily with Taormina, Messina as your port, Amalfi and Sorrento on the Amalfi Coast, and perhaps combined with Sardinia. We also sail lots and lots and lots of Greek islands. This is definitely a fan favorite. Highlighting the Southern Cyclades itinerary, which is 7 nights round trip from Athens, because it does have one of our fan favorites of Santorini. Certainly you have Rhodes, which is very popular. Bodrum is Turkey, which is glorious, and Dalian River, a coastal Turkish seaside town. And again, Hydra, some other ports of call in Greece, other than the tried and true. And highlighting our Northern Cyclades itinerary, also 7 nights round trip from Athens, because this includes the Kusadasi port of call in Turkey for that optional tour to Ephesus, which so many people like. And of course, this itinerary includes Mykonos, another fan favorite, and Spetses, which is the Greek island that you're seeing here. I share that because only there's no automobiles on this island, so it's by foot or by horse and carriage, and it's very, very enjoyable. Croatia, lots of Croatia, been very, very popular these past several years. We do a gorgeous itinerary round trip from Venice. Yes, we sail on the Grand Canal. And this is one of those itineraries that takes you along seaside coastal areas. They call it the Dalmatian coast of Croatia. Places like Zadar, Hvar, Vis, Kirk, Rovinj, Korčula, and of course, Dubrovnik. These itineraries also include Kotor, Montenegro. Croatia is also available in 10 and 11 night itineraries, and that would be in combination with Greece, Croatia, and Montenegro, also very popular. In the winter, as I mentioned, one of the ships, Star Clipper, comes all the way through the Panama Canal, and then throughout the December through March timeline, she's situated in Costa Rica or Central America. Here's an example of a beautiful itinerary that combines both Costa Rican ports of call Capos is where the very well-known Manuel Antonio National Park is, where you can see flora and fauna and monkeys and birds and just lots and lots of rich wildlife, if you will. Um, Aspects of Panama here, Coaba Island, Parita Island, beautiful snorkeling. And then pictured here is Ilsa Tortuga, which is Turtle Island. And again, glorious, rich, beautiful beaches. These itineraries, of course, will also be excellent for the complimentary water sports. And the Caribbean, as I mentioned, I'm highlighting one of the itineraries, which is the British Virgin Islands, also known as the Treasure Islands. You can see where the ship is positioned here, and it's very easy to get into the cove or into the beaches or into town. Also, this particular itinerary sails round trip from Phillipsburg, St. Martin. One week she sails to the Treasure Islands. The next week she will sail to the Leeward Islands. So also a wonderful way to put back-to-back for 14-night itinerary. Grenadine Islands, this is the Royal Clipper, as you see here. She sails round trip from Bridgetown, Barbados. This is one of the itineraries, the Grenadine Islands, 7 nights, and then the following week she sails the Windward Islands from Bridgetown, Barbados. Put it back to back and you have glorious 14 nights. And every other week, Royal Clipper here and Star Flyer, which you just saw, they meet and they race to the next port. A wonderful fan favorite and unique to Star Clippers. In wrapping this up, I'd like to say that yes, there is magic in the sails. There's something about exhilarating, very freeing, relaxing, meet new people, a continental mix of guests on board, very easy to meet others. And again, just an enjoyable journey to see the world up close and personal, no lines, no crowds, very few decisions. So on behalf of Pat, Monique, and Star Clippers, myself, we'd like to welcome you on board. And as I close, you've got 2 wonderful ladies who would be very happy to put together a Star Clippers vacation for you. And I've provided your contact information here, and I'll keep it on the screen. At this point, Monique, I'll turn it back to you.
Well, thank you. That was a great presentation. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Carol, you are our sole person on here. Do you have any questions for Beth? I see you're still muted.
There, now I'm unmuted. Not at this time. So I can just go to the website for Star Clippers and look at it.
Or Pat or Monique can get you a brochure as well.
Oh, okay. All right. That's great. All right. It looks beautiful. Lots of lovely places you sail to. I've never been on a sailing ship, so that's very, very, I think it would be very enjoyable.
Well, that's one of the things that our preferred travel partners like Pat and Monique do. They actually introduce travelers like yourself and others to vacation experiences that you might not know about. So again, we're delighted to be here to be able to share this with you and others.
Oh, well, thank you. It was a pleasure watching it. I appreciate it very much.
I'm glad you were able to jump on. I do have a question, Beth. Do you have any, will you send us your running specials and we can forward them to people that are interested, and about the solo rates as well?
Yes, be happy to share solo information with you.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
great.
I'd be interested in that because that's what I am most of the time as a solo traveler.
Okay, I'll just expand a little. We have many sail dates where we actually will waive the single supplement for our ocean view and interior staterooms. So you have a choice of accommodations within a nice range of category, but without the additional supplement.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anything else, Monique, that I can highlight?
I think that is all. I'm sorry. I was trying to see if I can get more people, but it's okay. We recorded this, so I will go ahead and send this out to everybody that wasn't able to hop on. And then I'll just keep in touch with you. And hopefully we can get, I'd love to get a group Is 8, 10 people a group for Star Clippers?
It's
Or what
10
is your
people.
group?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes. I know you'd love it.
It would be a lot of fun. I would love to do this because this is so different than ocean sailing. It's
On
just
a
a
bigger
very
medium
unique.
ship. Yeah.
Yes, it's very
Not a
nice. I like
typical
the,
cruise.
yeah, it's great. I'm excited about the destinations too. I mean, there's so many great destinations and that we're able to get so close to the shore as well.
You
So,
bet.
all right. Well, thank you so much. And Carol, I appreciate you being on with us. Thank you for sticking with us here.
Okay,
I
it was nice.
appreciate it.
Yes, it was nice to hear it. Thank you very much.
Well,
Take
good.
care.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay. Well, thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much. We'll be in touch. Recording.